Here is another great article from the Wall Street Journal. This is very much connected to psychology and behavioral strategy. The article talks about how we deal with the notion of time, and so how we should put costs in a time perspective. Here is the problem. When we think about the cost of a haircut or anything really, we think in terms of how much the haircut costs today. $20. Not a big deal, right? Warren Buffett thinks about it in a very different way. What is the value of that haircut if we think about it in terms of 10 years, 20 years, and so on? What are we really giving up? And that's where the power of time and compounding interest is the greatest. So, save $10 today, they will become thousands and thousands over time. Why don't we do that? We are not really good at thinking about the long term. So when we think about spending $10 today, we forget how much money we give up over a long period of time. Looking at it in a different way, we prefer a small gratification today rather than wait for a much bigger gratification in the future. Think about it. Today we say, oh, tomorrow I will go to the gym, or tomorrow I'll go on a diet. Tomorrow arrives and you will postpone that action again. Why? Because we are not really good at thinking how much better we will feel in a few months' time. We are just simply not good at that. So we end up with less money and not as fit as we would like to be. The technical term is called hyperbolic discounting. The way we discount the value we place to today's satisfaction in comparison to the satisfaction in the long term is just off the marks. So, in order to achieve your goals, you need to change the way you think about your actions today and their costs, and measure them in terms of the benefits in the long term. The same happens when you make decisions for a company. You want profits today, but you forget that you still need to invest in innovation today in order to have greater profits in 3 or 5 years' time. So how do you solve it? One way is to do what Jeff Bezos did years ago, and this takes guts. In his first letters to shareholders in 1997, he made a commitment to long-term growth. He said he won't care too much about quarterly profits and analysts' predictions, but he will care about the long-term growth of the company. So look at Warren Buffett and Jeff Bezos today. We do have a fair bit to learn from them. When you spend money today, think about the long-term value of that money that you're going to miss out. And do think about ways to make public commitments so people won't bother you too much.